I'm Suzanne Malec-McKenna. I'm chair of this year's luncheon, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to the Openlands 2011 Annual Luncheon. We're thrilled that Northern Trust stepped up to the plate and is supporting this wonderful event by being the presenting sponsor. Yay for Northern Trust. We have more than 700 guests in attendance this afternoon. I was going to say this is where you say, wow, but you did it. Fantastic. It's a wonderful opportunity to celebrate with all of the friends, partners, and colleagues who help us to protect the natural and open spaces of northeastern Illinois and the surrounding region. We have a wonderful program planned for you today as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Openlands TreeKeepers program. I first got involved at Openlands in 1990. There was this guy, Jerry Edelman. Anybody heard of him? Jerry? Calling Jerry. He hired me, and I was in awe of him and his team and all that they were doing. Of course, it was just a tiny organization back then. They'd only preserved 27,000 acres, created the Illinois and Michigan National Heritage Corridor, the first in the nation. Now there are 50. They have revived an entire string of communities along the corridor, a cakewalk to be sure. Fast forward today, that same guy, Jerry Edelman, is still hanging around. Yay! And Openlands' impact has exponentially grown. Remember that number in the 20,000s of acres? They're now at 55,000 acres preserved for the Chicago region. "20 years ago, we all worked together to start a program called TreeKeepers. Some of you in the audience are certified tree keepers. Some of you are our renowned faculty. Many of you are recipients of the good work of tree keepers and what they do for your parkway, your local park, your boulevard, your community garden, your nature preserve, in our urban forest. And in these 20 years, we've all become significantly better acquainted with our urban forest. What we have known instinctively has become a part of robust, well-respected research across the globe. Starting with the U.S. Forest Service, where Lynn Westfall and her team have supported so many of us through amazing research that has helped us put a value of cooling, pollutant and water capture, habitat that our urban forest provides. I'm not going to wow you with stats, although there are many, many wows. Okay, just one. The Morton Arboretum has determined that the value of the 7 counties regional urban forest is $50 billion. Right, your turn to say wow. Excellent. You follow directions very well, all 700 of you. Aaron Dernbaugh and his team at the Department of Environment, along with the Bureau of Forestry, Department of Transportation, the Chicago Park District, and others, have been able to take this and other research to develop satellite imagery for plantable spaces, and of increasing importance, a plan of an urban forest that will continue to adapt and flourish in a changing climate. We have learned that trees can shorten hospital days, calm the mind, reduce violence, connect us to our community. They truly are the giving trees, but not the way Shel Silverstein describes it. We have an emotional attachment to our trees. They are part of our lives and our families. To quote Stephen Vincent Benet, "The trees in the street are old trees, used to living with people, family trees that remember your grandfather's name." Tree keepers are the caregivers of this family. They have helped the city expand its canopy cover from 11.6% to 17.2% in 20 years. In case you're just tuning in, that's a nearly 50% increase. Coincidence? Hardly. Jim DeHorn and our entire treekeeper community knows that these volunteer stewards have been the voice, the energy, the heavy lifters and the advocates for our urban forest for 20 years. I'm looking forward to the many successes of this important work over the next 20 years. and beyond. We have a fantastic program here today. We're honored to have noted author Diana Wells with us and to celebrate accomplishments of community leader Michael Howard. He's the executive director and founder of Eden Place Nature Center, and we love him. For now, please enjoy your lunch, and our program will begin in about half an hour. Thank you for joining us and for continuing to enthusiastically support the vital work of Openlands.